Second. It's hard to duplicate the emotion again, I think, but
Wow, that's so amazing. It really is.
just the rings.
Yes.
Yeah, some people think
doesn't
it's
look real.
that's another one. Some people say it looks fake.
I
But-
swear.
Or they ask me if I have a picture inside the telescope that's projecting it, like an artificial photograph.
It just,
Some people actually think it's a photograph. I'm not
I
telling
know,
them.
seriously.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's just so damn perfect, isn't it?
yeah, that's part of it. See, that Dobson, the famous sidewalk astronomer, said this: we're programmed all our lives to see bees and birds and trees and rain and oceans and green grass. He says this, and it's in a public video. He says, but damn it all, when you get to the telescope and you see Saturn's rings or he said, it sounds like he says your gonads just shut up. He said, I think he means you're not programmed.
Can you believe that?
Your genetics are not programmed to see these things.
Oh, sure.
Because we don't see this every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
I can see that.
It is true. We're not programmed to see this, so it stuns many people when they first see it. Is it still there in the center?
It's not.
It may have tracked off. I got
That'd be awesome, I think.
it. Okay.
So good. Yeah, you
Sure
don't
which-
see
Oh, there's. It was just to the right a bit. You'll see it. And I can make it much bigger.
Okay, that'd be
Yeah,
lovely.
Galileo did not even see it this big.
No,
Now it wants to.
I don't think I've seen that. I've seen it here. That's cool.
It's
I'm trying to remember. See, John used to have a telescope like this. Now,
Oh, you have a telescope. You know someone that has one?
I think they were talking.
what? Oh, moons.
Well, it's easy to find. If you can look at the internet, has everything today. You can see everything programmed on these constantly running star charts that update.
Okay.
You know, just it's right in the center.
Yeah, I see. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Oh,
What's that bright light? I see something there down below. Oh, it's
that
a,
was really.
that's interesting. What he's got it looks like he has binoculars in a case that's with a light on.
Wow.
Is that what that is? Oh, it's a whole. It's a whole.
They're a juggling club.
Oh, juggling clubs. Okay.
Yeah.
Wrong one. Wait.
Yeah, just okay, ladies.
Have a great night.
All right, you too. Thanks for stopping.
Here?
You just look straight down. Yeah. It helps if you if you yeah if you kind of hold your hands on either side. It's drifted again. Yeah, it's the tracking is just.
That's okay.
Oh, it's there. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
I mean, it's magical that it works in the first place, so.
It's tough with the street lights here. It can reflect in the eyes, and it's okay. So if you just kind of block the light from either side of your eyes, you can see Titan, its largest moon. It's a starlight speck over here to one side. It wants to drift though to the left. I don't know. I had the tracking motors rebuilt earlier this year. Actually, it was late last year, and they're going to give me an entirely new scope. This is about $1,000 instrument, and it was given me to teach astronomy overseas in the Fiji Islands. Okay, it's right at center now. I just want to see the little round window there. It's very tiny. It's a task just to try to look through it and keep the eyes still. But
Okay, that really does look fake.
yeah, and a lot of people say that. It's
Whoa, it's so bright.
and we can magnify it even more. Has anybody not seen this yet?
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Wow, it's hard to believe that you're looking at an actual planet in the sky.
And well, that we don't. Most people don't know what it is. They think it's just a star when they look up there, but it's. I'm not
That's
sure
a
that
huge range for the ring, too.
a huge range.
Yeah, like it. I thought the ring would be a lot tinier,
Oh,
thinner.
well, it was. It looks like an extension of the planet itself. I know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's all
So that stuns a lot of people. It looks like it's part of the planet because it reflects so much light. But you can see it in bigger telescopes. You can see there's parts of it are translucent almost, and it's.
Wow.
Is it staying in the center pretty much? It's still
It
there.
was veering a little right, but I can see it easily.
Okay. I tell people to kind of hold your hands up to keep the street lights out of your eyes,
Oh, wow.
just because it helps to see.
I'm happy to be a part of it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just trying to shade that. You can hold your left hand up.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, without
Oh,
touching the
okay.
scope of it, just kind of at the side of your
Yeah, I
temple.
didn't see it.
Actually, just up by the side of your temple, up above your.
Thank you so much for letting us look.
Oh,
What's
you're.
your name?
It's Mark.
Mark?
Yeah, with a K.
Wow.
If you use Facebook, you can look me up. There's a huge album in there I have just on Mount Tabor alone, and all the pictures of people are looking.
So if I look Mark Astrology
wow.
Portland.
Not astrology. That will lose it if you write that.
True.
Yeah, it's not astrology, but astronomy.
Astronomy.
Yeah, you should really look up my. You should look up my last.
Difference.
It might come up. It comes up all over the web, but yeah, it'll come up in newspaper articles across the country too. But going back 20 years, but you'll be shocked. I look like a child 20 years ago. But no, it's Mark Edward Seibold, and it's a German name, so it's S-E-I, E before I, B-O-L-D.
Yeah.
Is it still in there?
Oh yeah.
Off to the. Okay, Debbie. It's good to talk to you. Good luck with your trip. All right. Nice to talk to you. All right.
That just looks fake.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I get that. A lot of astronomers will say they hear a lot of people say that the first time they look at the rings. To look at something else even more impressive is to look at, say, the Andromeda Galaxy, which is a little hazy oval out here right now in the late summer, early autumn skies. But the street lights block it out with light pollution.
Oh, right, and they would block out that.
And you're seeing a galaxy that's like our sister galaxy in the universe. It's 2.5 million light years out. But I'm trying to see if it's still there. I'm surprised it didn't drift much. I want to center it again and put the video over just to show people what we're looking at here.
This looks like.
But Jupiter, if you've not seen it, is big, and just see its 4 Galilean moons.
Can you see Jupiter?
Yeah, it's right up here. Just the bright one looks like a bright star there.
But can you see it? Can you see the moons through that telescope?
Oh yeah, you can see the moons in cheap binoculars even.
Oh.
They're four little
Can you
starlight.
show us?
Yes, I'm going to let you look at that in just a second.
So excited.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could.
Yeah, it's one of the first things amateurs look at with a small amateur telescope, and of course even modest binoculars will show Jupiter's moons in different positions each night. So
The moon.
Jupiter's moons, the Galilean moons that Galileo discovered, and they were actually stolen away from him. The Medici family in Italy renamed them their own Medici stars, and then of course they re-indoctrinated. National and international astronomy is thought of as it's like a law, and they gave the name back to Galileo. The Galilean moons and Jupiter. I'm trying to just see if I can show people. I should have a tripod set up to do this, but to show Saturn in the scope, because I know everybody's looking here, and then try to rush over and put the camera over the eyepiece is really tough. I'll move it to Jupiter here in 1 second.
Oh, no problem.
I think the rest of them left already. They didn't get to see it because it is. It's beautiful. I was up here about a year ago in mid-September, and had a bigger telescope. I don't know if you've seen that. I showed some people the pictures in my Facebook. It's twice the diameter of this one. It's a big red. It's called a Dobsonian or a Newtonian reflector. 1 second here. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn this off and just move it to Jupiter. I'll change the eyepiece. The video's still going here. It's getting a little long. So we'll just. You have a telescope?
It's not like yours at all.
And where'd you get?
I got it at an estate sale.
Oh, you bought it just by accident. You found it then.
It's from the I would imagine from the 60s or 70s.
Wow, it might be valuable. It might have collectible value.
Oh, I should look it up.
Can you describe what it is? What's a lens on the front or a mirror down
It's
inside?
really long.
Mm-hmm. Is it
Yeah.
about how large in diameter?
It's about. I would say it's about this.
Okay,
And
so
then it's about that long.
it sounds like it's a Newtonian reflector with a mirror down inside. If you look down in the front, there's a mirror down. See if you look on this one, it's got a 5-inch mirror in here. But this is compacted. It's what's called a folded design for the purpose of portability.
Oh,
But
right, you could get a huge one.
Yeah, so the other one I set up here is,
Okay.
I'll show you the photos of it
Tell
again.
Dylan what we're doing.
1 second.
No, right. Yeah. It's just way up here.
So there's 3 of the Galilean moons tonight on the left side of the east side. Actually, everything's reversed in the telescope. I don't know if I told you that earlier. It's a backward mirror
Right. Like
image. It's reversed because of the Newtonian reflective optics.
Right. Isn't like some cameras
Um,
that reflect back.
Yeah,
Like-
cameras have a mirror
Yeah.
that reflects the image onto this.
so this is real small here just to get it in the eyepiece. I'm going to
It's just got one.
Okay.
change the eyepiece again so you can see.
Did you see that?
it's tough because I'm playing with the motor drives, giving me problems and things running away. It used to be much more controllable, and it's I'm having to. It's kind of like a car with a steering mechanism out, and you're trying to steer down the road, wondering why it's drifting around.
Well, it's called
Hopefully, nobody's driving a car like that.
Yeah.
Just to drive a telescope like this. So now you can see this is about. We start out with Saturn real small there at first, you saw, and then we magnified. So now you're seeing all 4 moons. There's 3 on one side and 1 over here on the right.
And this is Jupiter?
Jupiter, yeah, it's kind of flattened looking. It doesn't look oval or circular. It looks like a flattened beach ball with stripes across it.
Yeah, I can see the moons. Wow.
The Galilean moons, but you can see
you can see stripes on the.
yeah, there's 2
on the
major.
Jupiter.
That's called the equatorial cloud bands. But if you look at photos, I'll show you this on the internet. You'll know what to look for if you see pictures of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see all the little moons around it.
But those cloud stripes are the first obvious thing. Yeah.
Wait,
It's-
so those are the moons? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, there's 1 on the right and 3 on the left. If you watch them even for like less than an hour, you'll see them slowly change positions. The innermost moon, Io, spelled I-O, some people pronounce it I-O, or Io, goes around the planet every 40 hours. So like about 2 of our days, where our moon takes a month to go once around.
Yeah.
So you can watch Io. It went across the planet's face a few nights ago, cast its shadow down onto it. It doesn't sound like much in words, but to visually see it,
Yeah.
it looks 3-dimensional with this little bright white oval above the planet Jupiter and this little dark, just like a jet black ink spot on the planet. And it's following along as the moon goes along with it. And the great red spot, I guess, is coming around. A gentleman looked it up on a chart just a while ago. It's the great red spot storm. I'll show you this in a second here.
Is it drifting because this is, or because we're rotating?
Well, it's both. We're rotating, and the telescope is supposed to be tracking, but the tracking motors are not perfect.
Oh,
And so it's.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you that
so crazy.
I'm going to see if this is actually. Did it drift out entirely? Did it go out the right side? Did you notice? Or the left?
The one on the right, I lost it. So
Okay.
it was drifting left.
Drifting also. I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to go back to the camera here real quick.